Good tidings. This is your captain. Wilhelmina Frost of the Stellian Royal Guard. Legendary Knight of phaseconnect's newest generation. Phase Saga. I'm so sleepy. I am so sleepy. This is the worst idea I've ever had in the history of ideas. This is the absolute worst idea I ever had to start an hour early. Why'd I do it? Why'd I do it? Why'd I do this? Why do I do this to myself? It's so I can give you more than an hour of gameplay. This was my idea. It was so I could give you guys more than 1 hour. Because, yeah, damn you past Mina for being so optimistic. They're giving me I am getting the Lord's epiest battles right now. Winterspawn, thank you so much for gifting for conscripting an unwilling villager over on Twitch. I do appreciate it. Far too early. Get back to bed. See you in 5. My goodness, how I wish I could do that. When I was in the starting soon, I was just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, this will be future Mina's problem. Because look, it's altogether my fault. If I'd actually thought of this when I was doing my schedule a week ago. But I would have maybe I would have pushed it later or something. But let me tell you why I'm here so early. Thank you for the coffee looking beverage, Brayden. I do appreciate it. So I've had on my calendar for weeks now. Tomorrow, well, it was today now. I had a birthday party that I need to attend. I'm attending someone's birthday today, and it's imperative that I do go to it. She was my closest, dearest friend in the Royal Estelian Ladies Academy. We've been friends for years and years. We've known each other a very long time. So I really want to attend this because, like, it's actually quite interesting because she's been off traveling after she finished her training at the Royal Estelian Ladies Academy. She ended up like traveling here, there, and everywhere, and then she's only finally come back to Estelia within like the last year. So. Oh, it's very nice to have her back in my life again. But I thought it was like in my brain. I thought that like I've had the day, like, you know, this date in the calendar, but I didn't have the time. Like, she'd sent me an invite and I'd only cursorily glanced at it, and because I went to child's birthday last week, I thought it was in the afternoon, like similar time. I was like, maybe it was just like imprinted in my brain. Oh, they're both at the same time. They're just 2 weeks apart. No. How is this in the morning? In Check's watch 3 hours time, and if I was to start in my usual half hour, then I'd have to probably only get an hour and a half of Zatsu Plus gaming in, which means an hour of gaming, which means, you know. So I was like, well, look, if I start an hour earlier, then it's yeah, it's a relatively that's at least a slightly decent enough stream. But I only realized this when I was about to go to bed for my usual stream time. I only noticed this at around midnight. And I'd already taken a nap earlier in the afternoon. So I wasn't really sleepy. I wasn't like really sleepy then. So I put my message up and I go, oh, I've got just under 7 hours to get to bed. By the time I was like in bed, ready to sleep, not even ready to sleep, it was about 1 a.m. I was 1 a.m. and I was like, oh god, I better start getting to sleep. But my brain wasn't having it. And it's like, it's around, I don't know, T-minus 5 hours to stream time. And I'm like, come on, you're really gonna do it now? I'm in there looking at the fact that my alarm's gonna start ringing in 5 hours. And I'm like, come on! And then my brain panics even more. I don't know when I actually got to bed. Like, I don't know when I actually fell asleep, but it was probably somewhere between... Oh, like, you know, in that because I ended up also in that sort of like liminal space where you kind of feel like, oh, am I sleeping or am I still awake? Somewhere between like 5.5 and 4.5 hours pre-stream. So but I made it. I'm here. Look, I'm here. But really at what cost? I'm so like sluggish. Yeah, the things I do, but it's okay. In order for Anton Rain's Swordland to prosper, it requires its sleepiest soldier. It requires its most absolute sleepiest soldier. I also love when it's 3 a.m. and I'm still not sleeping. Can I make proper decisions for Swordland when you're this sleepy? Well, look. No. I think today's the day Swordland burns. Yeah, see, I have to blink myself awake. I think, yeah, you can see my kind of half-closed eyes. But anyway, regardless, all that aside, I made it. I'm here, and I should have also. I was also just too sleepy to put up a live now. But now I'm thinking like, oh, people will find it. Oh, that'll be here. It's fine. We persevere, exactly. Nothing changes, because even when you're not sleepy, you don't really make proper decisions. Excuse me! Every decision is a proper decision. Every decision's a proper decision. I mean, look. It's not as if every political leader in the history of the world has always made the correct choice, thank you. So I am just seeing what happens if I make this particular series of choices. Alright? Yes, yes, there's no such thing as a bad decision, it's just a decision that goes down in history a different way. If I did proper decisions, I wouldn't now be half asleep streaming, that's true. If I had actually written down the times and not just the dates of when I have, and just expected my memory to be perfect for when things started. Swordland's about to exist in interesting times. Oh, I'm sick of interesting times. Man, I'm really looking forward to the nap I'm going to have later. Put self in vicious cycle, or I'm sleepy for work tomorrow. Yep. Yep, I'm ready. Where I originally thought the party was going to be, that's going to be one of my nap time. So, oh, nap! Us don't talk about cozy. I am drinking tea. I have English breakfast, sitting in a little mug, just off screen. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see if I can I need to like get a mug asset. Sorry, I went silent for a moment so I could, because I was like, let's find if I do have an asset for it, and I was like, oh wait, I'm not even talking. Oh, life is hell. Existence is horrible. Yeah, life is a prison without naps. It's true. Ludus, thank you so much for conscripting 5 unwilling villagers over on Twitch. I do appreciate it. I'm sure I'm sure that they won't judge that if they're only being conscripted for the first time now. I'm sure they won't be judging their captain on her incredible sleepiness, her absolutely next level sleepiness. Her almost, this is generational sleepiness right now. I'm still looking for a cup of tea somewhere. I found like herbal teas, but or a glass of milk. That's not. Yeah, herbal's not gonna keep me awake. No. VTuber assets are really something else, aren't they? I have like a whole folder of them. Wait. Hold on. Oh no, it's like a hot chocolate. It's not like a coffee or a tea or anything. Like, why do I have this one? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I've just got feet on the screen. Oh no, it's behind me. It's coming up behind me. Alright, hold on, hold on, hold on. I need to be in front. But they need to be in front of... No! God! Mate, how do I make this work? There... No, wait! Oh, there? Now everyone thinks that I... Oh, wait, how do I make this work? Hold on, out on you, yeah. There we go. No, it doesn't work. How does anyone make this work? I respect Mina for being awake at this time and not feeling super Eevee. I know! I know! I had to ask Sinon how she does this with all her assets. Like, I was like, my god, VTuber assets are crazy. And I can't even make a simple asset work. God, am I too sleepy? I have this because I was looking at this one originally. But again we're in a situation where it's just like not gonna look very... It's gonna look like I just stole someone else's hands and put them here. Why is there a cat? There's a marshmallow, I'm pretty sure. No, I skinned a cat. Oh, I'm barely sentient right now. It's actually so bad. It's so rough. This looks horrible. Whose hands did I steal? I can't even like figure out how the sizing will work. Do I have to move down? Like I rolled up my sleeves. There we go. Yeah, a little better, a little better. It's actually, this is literally, I should bind them, yeah. If I put it onto my actual model, but I literally just pulled it into OBS, so I don't think I could. Yeah, I should ask Sinon how she makes her assets look so good. Because they really do, like the way that she kind of. No, I was like, maybe this like tilt would help. No, like this maybe. Anyway, oh, we had our fun. That's as much as I was getting. I was literally just trying to find something to go onto the desk. I was literally just trying to find something that I obviously obviously do not have that at close hand. Amazingly steady hands. Yeah. It's a skill honed by the Sinfonia family for generations. Is that like, I'll just set up a pillow and I'll go to sleep. And that's the stream. That's it. Sorry, Swordland. Sorry, Swordland, I'm very sleepy. Oh, I found one. Hold on. There we go. That's a coffee though, but I wish it could have been tea, because I'm actually drinking tea at the moment. Sorry, immersion broken. Have I played Slay the Spire 2 already? I haven't even played Slay the Spire 1. Demi Hair, thank you so much for the tip over stream elements. Cats and I haven't slept yet. Been fighting knights in tight spaces all night until Captain's speech started. I'm not nearly alert enough to know what if knights in tight spaces some sort of eroge? Do I ever ask for those designs on my coffee? No. Do I ever get those designs on my coffee? Yes. I don't think I've ever asked for latte art before, but sometimes you just get it, right? You can see the gears in her head try to turn. Now actually see like the buffering symbol on my brain. I always send the coffee back if the latte art isn't perfect. Mondison, welcome for your, good work on your 50 stream streak. Wow, very good. That's the dial-up modem sound I've been hearing. That's my background noise right now. I'm still trying to connect. My brain is still trying to connect. The blinks are becoming more frequent. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh my god, when it rains it pours. Hold on. Hold on. There you go, that's the latte, the 3D latte art. I had the cup latte on the first time. Wait, I can match it to it. There we go. My big cup. Do lattes even exist in your world? Oh yeah, they're just served in goblets instead. Oh yeah, yeah. I've got my my stein full of coffee right now. Now I can finally fully immerse my big cup. I had this but I had this particular handled porcelain mug imported all the way from the Earthian realms. It's too early for impromptu kayfabe. You can see me riding a polar bear into battle. What about a drinking horn? Oh, I should get a drinking horn. Oh, it's cool to drink things out of horns, but probably not ethical. It took me a moment to be like, but where are the horns coming from, Mina? And I'm like, oh no. Oh. Oh. The cow would have wanted it. Yeah, it was a cow's horn. It was the unicorn would have wanted it that way. Yeah, maybe if it's like an animal that sheds a horn sheath. Like, you know, cats when they shed their claw sheaths. You're thinking of antlers. Ah, it's unicorn horn shedding season. Cats aren't they familiar with miniature giant space lions? Oh, I'm thinking about their cousins from the Earthian realms. Yeah. I stayed up late watching too many miniature giant space lion videos from the Earthian realms. God, it's tough. Out of curiosity, why do you dislike mages magic users? Because I'm not 12? Magic's only cool to the immature mind. When you reach when you reach an adult age, you'll realize that the sword has been mightier than the pew pew blasting sticks. It was like I think I was tired of this, like not once but twice, because like the original someone quote retweeted this with my silly tag, and someone else did the me as if I was saying it in the silly tag, and it was just it encapsulated it perfectly. It's like just pick up the broadsword, little bro. You're not 12 anymore. It's not like that. Casting spells. Come on. Just pick up the broadsword, little bro. Like... How about the druids? What of them? They're incredibly boring. That's my opinion on druids. Just insanely boring. I think that priests and restorative magic, it's because it's kind of classed, tangentially classed like near the paladin, which I respect and admire. Priests are all right because they serve that valuable purpose of restorative magic. The only acceptable use of magic. Druids are better than wizards. It's not whether they're better or not, it's just that I think that they don't have much of interest about them. Oh, I love nature. Okay, what else have you got? No, I don't want to see your organic garden. Druids in shambles. Yeah, go live in a tree. Yeah, it's not really magic, it's divine. You get cancelled by nature. Can't believe I insulted Mother Nature and I'm on stream. Cancelable offense. Okay, so you love swords, but I wonder how you feel about Big Hammer. Any sort of melee weapon, I think, can be quite noble, except for the quarterstaff or the dagger. Quarterstaff is again like, just pick up the broadsword, little bro. And the dagger's the coward's weapon. It's the coward's sword, the coward's blade. Dagger tied to a quarterstaff. Makeshift sword. Nature's sword. just ask the poor man's spear. Yeah, isn't a dagger and a staff basically a spear? What about fists? I know you don't have a single gold piece to your name. When have you ever heard of a rich monk? The Valley Knights talk. Yeah, sorry, that's my privilege talking. I'm so sorry. How could she be so savage at 30% battery life? Some say that she's even more savage. There's no filter. She doesn't have enough battery life for filter. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you that what for? I'm gonna be so belligerent. I'm gonna be such a menace. I'd be like that old sort of that boomer who is like overly aggressive in public. And you gotta like turn away and you're cringing at it. That's me. Like, she's not even old enough. She's not even old enough to be this belligerent. Legendary Knight yells at Cloud. No, I'm okay. I'm all right. I wonder if that will be me. I've never felt the need to be anything but pleasant in a public space. I'm not an openly sort of belligerent person, but I always wonder if there's like at a certain age it just happens. Where you become like a person who has no care in the world as to how they're perceived. No, I've never Karen'd before. It hits like an epiphany. So like one day I'm just gonna not care what anyone thinks and then just let loose, let fly. Yeah, I've never talked to a single manager. I'm like, they're like, I can get the manager. And I'm like, oh please, I wouldn't want to bother them. I'm at an age where I relish in my unprovoked belligerence. What if some wizard cursed me so I could use magic? Would I view that as being cursed or... Oh, I can use magic. I just choose not to because I'm better than that. That's what they call the golden years. Is that why? Because you can be so belligerent that you're just like shining. How did I learn magic without using it? You can learn it and then choose not to use it later. Just because I'm not actively using it every second of my life doesn't mean that I didn't have to learn it at the roller. The Royal Estelian Ladies Academy. But the Golden Girls were pretty pleasant for the most part. Were they ever actively belligerent? Yeah, there are plenty of nice old people out there as well. remember, what magic do you specialize in? The only type that I like to use now is restorative magic. The sub-cleric must have cast Zone of Sass today. They deserve a raise. If you were in a life or death battle and were pushed to the edge, would I use magic? I'd use my... I'd sooner use my fists, the poor man's sword. But that's when he pushed to the edge. Of course you'd use everything at your disposal, but I wouldn't be going like, thank goodness for magic. I would be sighing heavily and then being like, fine, fireball. I was gonna say thunderball, but I guess you could also do a thunderball. Can you fight without your sword, by the way? Why are you collecting all this data? Are you planning on, like, ambushing me one night, hiding my sword so I can't fight properly? and then forcing and the only reason you do this is some sort of sick fantasy in which I use magic. You wanted to push me to the absolute brink so I actually use some magic for once in my life. Ooh, you villagers! Ooh, I'll get you yet. Anyway, I think it's time to play SUZERAIN. Yeah, what a dastardly plot. Let's get our hour and a bit of SUZERAIN in. Oh. It's doing the thing again. There we go. Why is it so quiet now? Don't worry. Oh, it's gonna do the thing where my head goes big. Sheeny, thank you so much for the super chat. When you shake your head while casting magic so everyone watching knows I disapprove. Yeah, I have to be like, look, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I shouldn't. I can't be doing this. Oh no, my head's big. Oh, I'm so asleep. Okay, hold on. I know, I'm back to big again. Wait, hold on. You. Can you do one more thing? There we go. Alright, let me also move myself a bit. There we are. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's so much to read. Let's look at the news headlines. Let's read the morning news while sipping my cup of tea. Remus Holstron criticize. Oh, I have to change game in Twitch, otherwise people will be like, "Where chat?" Hold on. So tired. No big decisions today. I'll probably I'll probably be clocking into the big decision. My shift at the big decision mill very soon, but I say that literally probably 2 seconds from having to make a huge decision. Mina, before we start, are you going to be doing the Phase Minecraft event that was just announced? Yes. Long story short, yes, I do have plans to join in. Yeah, just the biggest decisions one after the other. Surely Rumberg won't invade while our leader is sleepy. They wouldn't do. Oh God, I think no. Stop! Don't jinx it. I'm too tired for this. Like they invade and they find me taking a little nappy nap in the in the Maroon Palace. That's what it's called, right? Remus Holstron criticizes workers' rights bill. Remus Holstron, Swedish politician for the National Front Party, the ultra-conservatives. Okay. Recently voiced objections to the workers' rights bill, currently its conceptual phase. Targets the bill's 5th section, which extends the same rights to migrant or undocumented workers as Swedish citizens. I mean... Alright, Remus, like, what particular part of the workers' rights do you think that if we're getting foreign workers in, that they shouldn't... they shouldn't have workers' rights. Because they shouldn't have rights at all. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, Remus. That's a little bit suspect. I know, I'm getting littler. I'm getting littler. There we go. Why? I've got to maybe... not... I can't scroll! Otherwise it makes me little. Okay, wait, hold on. If I... that and that. Okay, there we go, there we go. Energy Protection Act repeal process begins. Significant development unfolds in the Grand National Assembly to repeal the Energy Protection Act of 1932. Restricts foreign ownership of security-sensitive energy corporations to 20%, is now under threat. The repeal could stimulate economic growth and foreign investment. But I don't want... like... yeah, why should we have foreign control over, like, important Swedish strategic industries? Emergency in Anrika, mayor announces. So, troubling news are coming from the mayor of Anrika. Oh... God. State of chaos exists in the city. Emergency directive authorizing you to use his security powers. Mayor Lesty said, "We are reporting 20 police officers heavily wounded, 2 police stations burned down and several shot. City's in a state of emergency, we're trying to restore order." Oh my god. The local gendarmerie, which is an armed law enforcement organisation. Mal, thank you so much for 6 months of Frost Guardianship. Yippee! Yippee! Yeah, I've heard enough about workers' rights. What about some workers' wrongs? Let's get some of those going. Alright, so Enrique is in a lot of trouble. Alfonso Foundation, a beacon of charity. Today we highlight the efforts of the Alfonso Foundation, a beacon of charity in Swordland, founded by Ewald Alfonso III President. The foundation has taken strides towards mitigating income inequality and addressing homelessness. Committed to long-term solutions, the foundation works hard to provide fair wages, improve access to education, and champion policies favouring economic balance. Ewald Alfonso missed heavily from politics, but his impact continues through this noble initiative. Economists calling for an open market, repealing the EPA. Tabled a proposal to repeal the EPA. The repeal can catalyze economic growth and bring foreign direct investment to a market long protected from international competition. The old guard must embrace the changing global economic order or risk lagging behind. Addressing the skilled foreign worker gap. This demand supply gap for skilled foreign workers. With increasing technological advancements, need for specialized skills is on the rise. We can't attract and retain foreign talent, probably because we're not giving them workers' rights. An inclusive approach towards immigration policy and ecosystem conducive to skilled foreign workers is essential to address the gap. Unrest continues. Unrest in the streets. Hundreds wounded, sometimes several dead a week. Oh my goodness. Every 3rd person on our team has mentioned the need for strengthening the political system. that needs to open up to reflect different opinions. Welfare issues in Narbel. Narbel's been in steep decline. Oh right, this little one there. K.A. is shepherd living in the Cavendish Mountains, made shocking remarks about the cities and regions lack of healthcare. He waited almost 5 months just to get an appointment in the rural region. Another resident, who also did not want to disclose his name, is living in the outskirts of Narbel. His children have to use dangerous mountain paths to walk to their school located 2 kilometers away, even in the harshest seasons. Or maybe they should live closer to the school. Joe, thank you for the tip over on Stoop. Yeah, uphill both ways. They're gonna tell their grandchildren that. Those kids sound entitled. Some kids have to walk 3 kilometers. And have to swim across a channel. Good times, Captain. Have you heard about the protest by workers at the Knot factory? Their slogan was, workers of the world untie. That's great. Good one, Joe. They also have the same slogan at the dyslexia factory. Radical, thank you so much. We need democracy. Alright, I'm trying to give it to you. Jesus. We've long demanded the expansion of civil rights and reforms to modernise our nation. When the previous government blamed the Supreme Court for not allowing the reforms, the opposition was quick to point out the flaws within the Constitution and brought focus on reforming the governmental structures to open way for further reforms. Now they've increased in number with a president who's seen as a simple change in office. We're waiting for results. Geopolitical energy tensions escalate in Rizia. In a recent development, Les Power, the largest energy corporation of the ATO member Lesbia, announced an energy deal with Pales over the disputed sea gas field Aureus. Rizia likely to see an escalation in tensions. Swordland condemns closure. Oh yeah, we did the strongly worded condemnation letter to be like, Rumburg is a big meanie closing their consulate. How dare they? Several nations have made supporting statements for Swordland in the Alliance of Nations. Good, good. The letter is not directed at Rumburg, but also surrounding countries observing the serious situation. Good. We're like, they're big old meanies. Kantanan Security Pact. What's going on here? CSP unveils comprehensive Iotake plan for Rika's infrastructure. Suzerain content in this economy. I do Suzerain every Sunday. So if you're here for the first time because you're like, Suzerain in the year of our Lord 2026, that's actually not like that. It's not actually that older. It's not that old a game. But if you're just wondering why you're seeing someone live streaming Suzerain every Sunday, and I even woke up early and I'm so sleepy right now, and this is a lot of reading, and I'm really regretting all of the decisions in my life leading up to this point. But Suzerain on a Sunday. I'm doing it. Oh my god, I just yawned. Yeah, I just yawned. I didn't even know people stream this game. Yeah, I'm nothing if not dedicated. Exactly. It is very morning. It is quite morning. It is quite morning. This is so much reading. Can someone just give me the cliff notes on this? Like, normally I'm all about reading. I love to read. I love putting words into my eyeballs and then saying them out of my mouth. But this is really long. And surely the Kantanan Security Pact is not so important to me. Surely. Do you think that the real Anton Rain... If Anton Rain was a real person, do you think he'd read all of this? Do you think he'd read the whole thing, or would he just be like, oh, I'm so sleepy? I'm the real Anton Rain. I guess I am. Yeah, that's an advisor's job. Someone's probably... I am playing a very dedicated Anton Rain. So if anyone like literally has come into this stream just because, and this is their first time here, hello, welcome. I'm about five sort of sessions in. And my Anton Rain, if you want to figure out what my Anton Rain is like, I highly recommend you go back and watch the first of the series. But where I basically just did the prologue and sort of set Anton Rain's character here. But this is an Anton Rain who loves democracy. Less power, just a descriptor for phaseconnect. So my Anton Rain, he's a big fan of democracy. He was very much influenced by that first year at university when basically that big sort of like that sort of big coup where they installed all of those new teachers and whatever, and he protested and he was like, you're not going to take away take this away from us, we're going to exercise our rights, we're going to protest against this because we think that this is wrong. So and he was physically beaten for it. He was physically beaten for standing up for his rights, and he believes in a Swordland where people should have power. Like it shouldn't be just these faceless figures at the top making all of these decisions that only serve them. He wants to be the Anton Rain that is the figurehead of democracy. He wants to serve the people. He as one of the people wants to make sure that they're represented. So we send him to prison to gain more power. How? He's got to speak to the prisoners and get them on board one by one. This is a new reality show featuring Anton Rain inside Swordland's deadliest prisons. Sounds like a really Anya Nyabyss division of democracy. Look, I'm not again, I'm not necessarily a communist. I believe that there still should be some oversight by, like, I think it should be a representative democracy. That people need to choose, that people should be free to choose those who will make good decisions for them. But the decisions should have the people in mind. Like, I'm not believing that, I'm keeping the radical slightly on side, but they're a hard bunch to please, aren't they? Oh, I just really don't want to read all of this. Oh yeah, boosting Rika's public infrastructure. Very good, yeah. Awesome. Alright, let's actually look at Arvery. What's going on with Arvery? Open city information. So there's logistical issues and widespread protests. Where is not protesting? They just love a protest. Look, oh, now I'm the person I hate. Look, I should be supporting their right to protest. I'm like, yes. I'm so glad that the Swordland people are so impassioned about their country and their government and what's going on, that they are exercising their right to protest. I will listen to you. Ugh, young swords, come on. You all started this mess. A detained young swords member in Arvery claimed that he had connections to the local government. Alright. We've been investigating the truth of his claims, but not able to find any further leads for now. Investigations about this case will be continuing. Repeal proposal for the Energy Protection Act of 1932. Grand National Assembly of Swordland gathered yesterday for a significant session where a proposal from Friends Richter of the People's Freedom and Justice Party, another person where I think I'll never be able to like get their approval, like they're just like, ooh, I should be president, and supported by the independent MP Bansoon Lake, was put forth to repeal the Energy Protection Act of 1932. This act, as it currently stands, restricts foreign ownership of security-sensitive energy corporations to 20%. This proposal to repeal or modify this law has been a topic of debate in the Assembly, with proponents arguing for an open market approach and opponents advocating for the protection of Swordland's critical industries from foreign influence. If the repeal successfully garners the requisite majority in the Assembly, it will then head to the Maroon Palace for final approval. CPS and LUS protest in Estord. In Estord, the Communist Party of Swordland and the Labour Union of Swordland have begun to protest over GASOM, privately owned solar energy company extracting natural gas. The protest, aimed at voicing concerns over GASOM's activities, has drawn significant attention. CPS and LUS have united their forces, adding to the intensity of the protest. The reaction of the Narbel administration and GASOM to these protests is being closely. Grand National Assembly's Green Bill in Holsword. The Grand National Assembly is preparing the Green Bill with a focus on promoting sustainable industry practices, particularly in Groony. Section 1 of the Act proposes stricter regulations on industry pollution and waste disposal and suggests hefty fines for non-compliance, collected revenue to be reinvested in environmental recovery projects. CPS and LUS picket line. They've set up a picket line in the city. The two organisations, after recently moving to the GASOM HQ in the city, are actively expressing their discontent. Situation is attracting attention, with the impact on the city's daily functioning yet to be determined. The response to the local administration and development is being keenly observed. This is like, every time I read something about CPS and LUS are dissatisfied of GASOM. CPS and LUS are now picketing GASOM. My next report, CPS and LUS are now invading the GASOM refineries and headquarters and have started several fires. Like, it gets worse each time! Alright, I think that's all of them. All my archives. All my current reports. Whole sword. What's this? Oh, Tourism Cultural Preservation Act. The Swordland Tourism and Cultural Preservation Act aims to amplify the cultural lore and tourism viability of Borin, Ribéry, Lackhaven, Anric and Benfey. The Grand National Assembly is calling for a collective push to establish Swordland as a global tourist destination and reduce the effects of recession. Section 1 focuses on the cultural elevation of these cities, identifying local food, drink, music, dance, architecture, and historical sites as unique selling propositions. This cultivation of cultural tourism is positioned as a catalyst for economic invigoration. Section 2 imposes the restoration and preservation of key historical landmarks in Lackhaven and Anrica. Currently proposes a comprehensive renovation of tourist infrastructure in Benfey to enrich the visitor experience and generate steady income for local communities. And Section 2, Subsection 1 further commits to the safeguarding and development of the caves of Anter in Ribéry and the vineyards of Borin, recognising their potential as tourist growth drivers. I think this will be good like if we can get those tourism dollars. It's expensive, but it's like good for the tourism dollars. I know I don't have much money, but the minimum is you could get a minimum of -20. We can start going into deficit before it. I know it probably would be bad, but like, look, we got some money to play with. Yeah, I'm expected to go into debt. I'm running a government. Debt is fine. Deficit's the next person's job. Sign. Sounds great. So tourism booming nationwide. That's good. Nationwide boom in tourism. That will contribute to our economy. Tax evasion. See, there's businesses. These businesses that were like, oh, we want government handouts. Why are you giving it to the people instead of the poor businesses? Well, maybe if you stop evading your taxes, then you deserve some of the money. All right? Businesses. Tourism and Cultural Preservation Act signed. In a move set to transform Swordland into a premier global tourist destination. President Anton Reign signed the Swordland Tourism and Cultural Preservation Act. This act aims to enrich cultural lore and tourism viability across Borin, Ribéry, Lackhaven, Anric, and Benfey. Focuses on cultural elevation, preservation of key landmarks, and a commitment to enriching the visitor experience. Very good. The radical step towards progress. The radical like that too. Keeping them on my side a little bit. Briefing of the results of the reform committee. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be like President Reign. We need you to sign into your shift at the tough decision mill, and I'll be like, all right, clocking in. What's it this time? And it's like, would you like to choose A or B? Both of them are good and bad in equal measure. Choose wisely. Can I just have a straightforward answer on what's going to be the best thing for Swordland? No. Okay. I came a little early to the meeting room before anyone showed up. We had scheduled a meeting to discuss the progress of the reform committee regarding the new constitution. I took a seat on the centre chair in the vacant meeting room as I waited for them to show up. The reforms were slowly becoming the most significant expectation of my government. We would be changing Seoul's constitution of 29. Most people nowadays blame the constitution for the outstanding problems of the country. On the other hand, the reformers in the assembly had been getting louder about their demands. What I knew for sure was that I needed to do something about this encroaching chaos before it swallowed me. Meanwhile, Lucian, Peter, and Nia had been leading the committee to prepare an initial draft for the constitutional amendments. I was intrigued to hear their results. There was a knock on the door. It was Lucian. Good afternoon, sir. Lucian arrived exactly on the hour mark again. His punctuality could almost be described as obsessive. You're waiting right behind the door to come at the exact second. Come on. Come on, Lucian. Let me know. Go on. You get you it. Go on. Go on. He's trying to play silly buggers with me. He probably is. I'm not going to call it out. I'm just going to be good afternoon, Lucian. He took a seat on the table and took out a bunch of documents, spreading them on the long table. We should begin the meeting as soon as Mrs. Morgner and the Vice President Vetten arrive. We finally have some results from the Reform Committee. Yeah, I got to set my inside thoughts. How does it look? Well, the situation is quite complicated, but I'm sure we'll make it work, just like we accomplished many things before. We'll go over the details regarding the new constitution in the meeting. A few minutes later, Peter and Nia also arrived. After a short chat, everybody sat down and took out their notes. I knew it was going to be a long meeting. There's a lot to talk about the future of this process. Let's begin to tackle the points of contention. Mr. President, our committee meetings were really fruitful, and we already started working on the constitutional draft together with the reformists. They demanded a little too much, but we've had success with Friends Richter to create a realistic draft that could potentially go through the Supreme Court. A little? They demanded to rewrite the whole constitution. Mr. Richter's deputy even suggested removing the term sword from the constitution completely. I also didn't like their theatrics, but the requests were definitely not outrageous. They were just not realistic in today's political circumstances. Nonetheless, Mr. Vice President, thanks for your convincing arguments. We can seem to have reached a common ground already. If we can fully reach an agreement with the reformists, we will be very strong in the Assembly to propose the change. Is it possible to pass the Supreme Court? I'm worried about the Supreme Court, actually, because don't they have the... Yeah, they are the biggest obstacle. Even if we pass the Assembly, the Chief Justice will do his best to block our amendments. But we need at least 6 of the 11 judges to vote for the proposal. But Mr. Hawker has enormous influence over the judges. We should reach out to the judges in secret. Some of them might be willing to break rank to support us. This is too idealistic. Like, me saying this, they will surely support a just cause for the country and its future. We might be able to get dirt. Don't we have Caronte scratching our back? So we can scratch his? Maybe maybe he'd be able to get a scandal breaking. This is too idealistic to say. Like, this Anton Rain probably I feel like maybe at first I would have said this like a couple days ago, but now I'm like, a man died on my inauguration ball. We need to change this country. Yeah, it's like, I don't think they're going to support us. They're not going to do it just because they believe in the country so much. No, we have to... Maybe we might have to sway their hand. Nia was taken aback by the statement. She's like, what? According to the Constitution, I am a member of the Supreme Court, which means we already have 1 vote. 2 of the judges are friends of mine and have similar opinions about the reforms. Consider them with me. Who else would be willing to support reforms? I think Judge Edmonds can be persuaded, and in extension, Mr. Dalton and Mr. Martin. They weren't really blinded by the Solist ideology. Yes, those 3 don't seem to be working directly with the Chief Justice Hawker. If we can get to Isabel Edmonds, we might get the 6 votes needed. That's our best bet. I don't want to bribe them. Can we reach a 2/3 majority in the Assembly? If you can get Franz Richter to work with you on this, our only problem would be uniting our own party. We'll never get the AFP to work with us. We need the majority of our 130 seats of the Assembly to vote in favour. With PFJP's full support of 70 votes, we'll easily surpass the needed 166. But it will be tough to unite the USP with all the divisive wings that have formed. You must make them follow you loyally. We did it before the elections, we can do it again. Alban Clavin and his reformist wing would be supporting you. He's already weighed in heavily in the committee meetings. However, the Conservatives will be tough to break. The influence of Sol is still living strong in the party. How many votes do they have? The Conservatives have around 40 seats. There are many unaligned people, and some of your loyalists might decide to show their true faces too. So we need as many of the Conservatives to support us, and there's only one person who's key to make them back us. Gloria Torrey. She's well respected by the Solists. She'll be our biggest obstacle in the Assembly, and her demands will be extensive. I also have reasons to think she might be in Orso's pocket. She'll be tough to break, but we'll need her help to get the Conservative support. Well, what are the demands? We should run down each of the main demands of the committee and get your input first. Mrs. Morgner can explain them further. We'll start with the first red line. The new constitution will fix the loopholes regarding the president's absolute veto powers. Even though Mr. Richter put on a whole show about why veto should completely be removed, the committee has almost unanimously agreed on fixing the loopholes, thus limiting presidential vetoes. My suggestion is to add a clause detailing the methods the Assembly may override a veto with some sort of a supermajority. One person should never be able to block the rest. The loopholes give the president too much power. which could be misused. Whatever you decide, it's important to get a balanced picture. We'll be making history by changing the 29 Constitution of Seoul. The second one is about the judiciary. The new constitution will remove the Supreme Court's right to vote on legislation. This is yet another point that was unanimously agreed on by all parties. Tarkan Seoul established this rule to protect its 29 constitution. We all know most of the judges are still his pawns. Constitutional amendments will still be very difficult to accomplish with a reform like this, particularly because we will keep the two-thirds vote system to be able to propose a change. However, the judiciary will not have the final say in the amendments. Yeah, this is what we wanted to do. Like, I feel like having a judiciary being able to have the final say is kind of whack. This is already what we wanted to do. This is what our administration wanted to do. Yes, this will ensure that there won't be another politically motivated Supreme Court. Apart from those two critical points, they have other major demands. They want to reform the appointment procedures of the ministers. Mr. Richter clarified that the Assembly should have a say in the formation of the Council of Ministers. That's something the majority of our party also supports. Well, Mr. Richter also talked about abolishing the Member of Honor rights of Tarkan Seoul. That gives him absolute immunity and makes him a permanent member of the Assembly. Well, that's a controversial one. I doubt that USP would like that. Immunity of the justices, the impeachment of the president, limiting the power of the presidential decrees. All this came up during the committee meetings. Yes, reformists expect big reforms, while our faction, the USP, are not very keen on pushing changes that are too great. I'd say keeping everything in the middle ground is the safest bet. No need to agitate anyone too much. I think that we should probably keep it not look, I think if we can get those first two big demands over the line, because like we're not just, if we try to go for like the craziest of all comprehensive reforms or whatever, like if we go for radical reforms, we're not going to get the Conservatives to agree with us. I think our best chance of getting as many people to even make this, and like this, if we make these two changes, like the two critical demands, if we, they gave Seoul opponent jail at a free card. Oh, the honor rights. But I doubt the USP would like that. Immunity. Impeaching the president. I mean, what's Seoul gonna do? He's off on the farm. Yeah, it's like I think start high and negotiate down. Oh, let's look at their valid concerns. They have valid concerns that we need to look at. I'll keep working with them and keep you updated, Mr. President. But regardless of what Mr. Rain decides, we'll need to work together to push this agenda. Now we have a better picture of your intentions, sir. I'll start reaching out to my contacts to make a draft that works for us. I'll present your input to the committee. In a few months, you would have the draft on your desk to make the final changes yourself. I think this was yet another fruitful meeting, sir. Thanks for the meeting, everyone. Have a good day. No. I don't care about our legacies. Maybe this is the Anton Rain line. Together we're democratizing Swordland. Like this is the man of democracy. Anton Rain, democracy man. Together we will democratize Swordland. And you have my full support, Mr. President. Ours too, of course. Yes, sir. Thank you for your time. I think this is where we'll call it, sir. Have a good day. They left the room. Alright, not bad, not bad. What's happening in Marble? Nature presentation. People are always protesting. No, wait, protesting is a good thing. Protesting is a good thing. People are allowed to protest. Protest is a natural part of a democratic society. We love a protest. Look, they're protesting again. Yippee! The Nature Preservation Foundation is protesting against the remaining coal industry, a significant contributor to Swordish energy. The group is voicing concerns about the environmental impact of the industry. The protest is gaining momentum and drawing attention to the need for sustainable energy alternatives. The future of coal industry operations in Moorbell is uncertain. The mayor of Conrayat, Chris Shah, reports that the decision to start the construction of the L1 high-speed railway project caused industrial investors all over the country to invest money in regions near the city. The mayor is hopeful that the completion of the project will result in substantial economic growth in Conrayat. That's good. Underhaul Construction has reported that the preparatory work for the L1 railway has already started, including clearing land and transporting equipment. It's going to start from the next month from Wholesword. Oh my gosh. Incident at President Sol's mansion on Duru Island. A private boat nearing Tarkon Sol's mansion on Duru Island prompted the Coast Guard to fire warning shots. Despite the initial alarm, former President Tarkon Sol allowed the boat to approach for a brief conversation. The occurrence has raised questions about security protocols near the obscure mansion. Details of the conversation remain undisclosed. What were you talking about? Who are you talking to? Sol? Alright. Oh, news. Minister Manger's rural development vision, ambitious investment plan, aimed at revitalizing Swordland's rural economies, ensuring nation's food sustainability, cooperation of Rumburg and economic imperative. Amidst ongoing geopolitical uncertainties, it is an economic imperative that we can't ignore the potential of our northern neighbour Rumburg. Known for its vast energy economy and home to two major corporations, Rizian Oil and Gas and Royal Emerald Energy, both ripe for collaboration. These energy giants represent not just the possibility of wealth generation, but also a means of diplomatic softening, aligning mutual interests to avoid future conflicts. By welcoming partnerships, we ensure that globalization serves as a bridge, not a barrier. Okay, radical. Job freeze sparks fears for Gassom's financial stability. Unsettling rumours are spreading about Gassom, one of Swordland's largest corporations. The company puts a halt on hiring. But we're meant to be getting people into a more stable economy, meaning jobs and growth. Oh no. This unprecedented move, coupled with lack of usual job openings, has sparked concerns about the company's fiscal stability. Thousands of blue-collar workers across Narble and Lockhaven depend on Gassom for employment. The rumours cast an ominous shadow over their livelihoods. Oh, it's about the... Geopolitico is now talking about the Iotake plan, and I still have no idea what it does, and I'm still very sleepy, and I don't want to read it. Okay, fine. Iotake plan, a global perspective. Kantanan Security Pact's Iotake plan, an ambitious initiative to transform Rika's infrastructure and education sectors, has drawn mixed reactions globally. Western Macopa and Northern Gina view the plan with skepticism, framing as geopolitical maneuvers tied to ideological rivalries. Rika has welcomed the proposal, seeing it as an opportunity for economic growth. And Raka and Yak Tralis have cautioned against the plan. Rooted in principles of sustainable, decentralized economic development, the Iotake plan seeks to empower local communities and foster equitable growth. Alright, cool. At least I know about it. I understand it, kind of. Let's meet. I still am sipping on my tea. I still have a little bit left. I'm gonna try and finish it. The administration is working day and night on the overwhelming amount of issues that we're facing in the country. The various government departments were sending me an avalanche of documents, all of which required my signature so they could start working on the new plans that had been decided on. After I'd signed dozens of them, I closed my eyes to relax for a moment. Oh my god, I hope that's me soon. Oh. Sorry guys, I'm just closing my eyes to relax for a moment. Oh yeah, this is good. Another long day. Another long day. Yeah, just resting my eyes. Sorry, I'm just need to really roleplay. I need to roleplay Anton Rain right now. Okay. Even though I couldn't wait to leave the palace for the day, Lucian had earlier told me that the Chief Justice wanted to speak to me. We were to meet in my office in 30 minutes. I waited for him, wondering what he wanted to talk about. Probably the reforms. I'm not a rummy. Take a moment to relax. I stretched out my arms and looked out the window. Thousands of shimmering lights and the whole sword skyline were mesmerizing. Suddenly I heard a knock at the door. It was Lucian. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Lucian. I'm sorry that I couldn't explain the situation to you in detail earlier, sir. The Chief Justice insisted on seeing you this evening. I do not know what he has to say, but it'll probably be about the new constitution. He'll be coming in shortly with Judge Garachi to the meeting. We shouldn't take them lightly. I think we may be able to cooperate them. I'd advise against that, sir. I do not trust the Chief Justice. We should... There were 3 knocks at the door. Lucian checked his watch. He looked rather worried. Olivia opened the doors. Chief Justice Orso Hawker and Judge Heron Garachi. Who are you? Jurist and politician, Minister of Law and Justice. He's implicated in the military coup. Strong supporter of Tarkin's soul. Infamous for his obstructionist methods against Ewald Alfonso and his policies. I think they're trying to see if I'm going to be Alfonso too. They're trying to test out whether they're going to need to be as obstructionist as possible with me, or I don't know if I support the Solian Old Guard. Good evening, Mr. President. It's great to see you. Evening. Welcome, Justice Grouchy and Chief Justice Walker. Good to see you indeed. Also just at the sofa in the office. May I? Please. We all took our seats on 2 opposite sofas and made ourselves comfortable. How are your first couple of months, Mr. President? I hope you're faring well. Yeah, look at us all. Look at all of our facial hair. Look at our moustaches, the lot of us. Alright, how do you think I should play this, guys? How do you think I should play this? Should I appear competent? Should I appear vulnerable? Should I just be standoffish? Maybe just 1. I think 1 feels good. Like competent, yes. Like I think saying that it's busy but I'm doing well is probably the most standard answer. It would only get busier. Yep, I think you're doing a good job so far. Considering all that happening around us, the shootings near the palace and the soldiers on our borders, we let out a deep sigh. It's a troubling time. We appreciate your concerns. So, you probably know why we're here. You're here to bribe me. Please enlighten us, Mr. Walker. We know you're working on a new constitution. The Supreme Court does not approve of this. With all due respect, the constitution needs to be updated, sir. I'm sure you're well aware of the public demand in our circumstances. Is that so? I see that you're the one who's not aware of our actual circumstances. You want to make a weaker constitution in the midst of problems from both inside and outside? Even if your proposal passes the Assembly, I will make sure it does not pass the Supreme Court. That much is clear. Do I threaten them? I don't think I can, like, go, come on. I think I still need to keep feeling that you haven't even seen the proposal yet, Mr. Hawker. Isn't it soon to be against it? Do you think I live under a rock, Mr. President? I know what goes on. Yet you, Mr. President, only seem to be partially informed about the current situation. Please let us explain the reasons of our stance. Yeah, come on, man. Be a friend. Come on. Come on. What about... Oh, I'm just little Anton Rain. Oh, no. Oh, Rumberg took away our consulate. Don't you think I deserve something? Hmm. Oh, no. Mr. Saga, thank you for the super chat. Lady Spark, how do you plan on advancing the wizard education system introduced by Big Willie with those generous scholarships from her questing? I know nothing of the sort. It will be stopped by the Supreme Court. Oh no, come on. Come on, Oso. Come on, Gorati. Let me have my new constitution. Let's hear it. We are protecting the Constitution because it works, Mr. President. It's efficient and it gives you authority to lead the nation with swift decisions. Swordland has more important problems and threats that we should face right now instead of nitpicking about some paragraphs of the Constitution. We have a potential war within our borders. Also signaled Heron of his hand to let him speak instead. Mr. President, I know you're a busy man, so I'll make this quick. We all know that Soldier security forces found stashes of Rumbergian weaponry in the hideouts of blooded separatists. KA-74s are roaming inside... Oh, yes. The automatic rifles, yes. Are roaming inside Swordland at this moment. As much as Rumberg poses a direct threat, now it's clear that they are also intervening in our country and weaponizing our minorities against us. It's not unprecedented to think that the Bloods will start their terror again with their new toys. Not the KAs, oh, the AK-47s, oh, KA-74s. That's funny. Not to mention the fights that broke out between the left and right wing after the shooting of Bernard Circus. Communists are rising with the support of United Quintana. The chaos is imminent for Swordland. And sadly, we don't see the administration taking the necessary precautions. You said you'll not focus on the military during your term. Under current circumstances, they cannot be tolerated at any cost. Like, I actually am thinking of, like, didn't I insinuate that I was going to support the military? Because things have changed. Like, when I was elected, we weren't facing a war at our borders. Now we are. Like... It's not that I'm not against it. And yeah, I am thinking of keeping them on my side, so... I've been thinking 2 or 3 here. Yeah, he is referring to my initial policy focuses. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna say not to worry. I did promise that, but the circumstances have changed. I am relieved to hear that. But regardless of that, are you also aware that the armed bloodish separatists have direct connections to the Workers' Party of Bludia? Bloodish political party. Alright, a little bit of racism here. Oh, Moo! Thank you, Moo! Senpai, thank you, welcome, thanks for coming in. The Calfee Raid, thank you. Great Alchemical Purple Raid, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for the birthday raid as well, yes. I hope you had a wonderful time. Mooey! Thank you, guys. I do appreciate it. Great Alchemical Purple birthday raid. Thank you so much. A party-sized raid. Thank you. I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope you celebrated the birthday well. Welcome in. Hello. This is if this is your first time here, this is Wilhelmina Frost, Captain of the Stellan Rule Guard, legendary knight of phaseconnect's newest generation phase Saga. Where's the party bus? Yeah, did you bring a party bus? Here I am, like I'm literally doing political drama. And I'm also very sleepy, but thank you. You've given me some more energy. You guys have given me some energy by raiding in. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I can. The coffee is empty. Oh yeah, actually, I haven't even finished all of my tea. This was a big tea. Need probably one more sip. But if you're just coming in and you have no idea what's happening in my stream, I'm doing a lot of reading. But basically, I'm embroiled in a political drama, and I have to I'm having a pretty tense meeting. Well, look, I don't have my coffee yet. So once the Wilhelmina Frost coffee, you know, is made available to everyone, like once there is a Wilhelmina Frost coffee to have, then I will be drinking myself. But until then, I guess I've just got to satisfy myself with tea. So hopefully there'll be a Wilhelmina Frost coffee. Yeah, I'm a top 1% SUZERAIN player. Yeah. Is there a SUZERAIN speedrun? Could I, like, make it onto the SUZERAIN speedrun board? Democracy any percent? Alright, I'm gonna say this, I think. They're a democratic party and militia, they're not the same. They may claim they have no ties to the separatists, but most of their members used to be part of them before they formed the Workers' Party of Bludia. How about the name, Mr. President? Is it not the Workers' Party of Swordland, is it? As far as I'm aware, there's no nation called Bludia around here. What is all this about? The only reason they're not in the assembly is because of the electoral threshold. They've gotten quite big. They're clearly getting outside help, and the connections to the paramilitary Bloodish force cannot be denied. And all of a sudden, the reformers are trying to decrease the electoral threshold, so that the Bloodish separatists can be legitimized in the assembly to achieve their aims of independence. I can't remember what I did. Does anyone remember? Because didn't I have this come across my desk before? And did I say that it was okay, or did I say, like, no, we'll did I veto it? I think I vetoed it. Wow, there is a SUZERAIN speedrun. Yeah, I think I vetoed it from memory. Or was that something else that I vetoed? God, I can't remember. Oh, the funding, right, not the limit. Yeah. I am trying to, yeah. The electoral threshold is a constitutional thing I'll deal with later, okay. I will not allow it to happen. Therefore, we need to work together. But I wish the only issues with the bloodish terrorists in Rumberg. The reformers suggested changes would also bring back the communists, who are backed by United Quintana, into the assembly. Do you see the pattern yet? I apologize, gentlemen, but I'm not a conspiracy theorist. You're saying the reformists are working for the foreign powers. Haven't you been briefed by your security team? Maybe you suspect them as well. I think you guys are nuts, but alright. We should take the necessary measures against the communist and bloodish plots, as well as increasing our military budget against a possible conflict of Rumberg. And of course, not fall into the traps of the reformists by listening to their demands. They're clearly plotting to weaken the president and our whole administration in order to exploit the situation. Which brings us to some very important information that we have. It's definitely something you need to hear, and it can absolutely change everything. With all due respect, Mr. President, I think this is getting slightly ridiculous. Please explain, Mr. Hawker. The person in question is Mr. Franz Richter himself, the leader of the reformists. We have enough information to infer that he has ties with Arcasia. Arcasia is aggressively growing their influence around the world, and we now have Mr. Richter coming up with these ridiculous demands for a new constitution amidst a chaotic period in Swordland. All the pieces seem to fit perfectly. That is why the Supreme Court will be doing what it takes to stop these reforms and preserve the constitution. How would you know that Mr. Richter has ties to Arcasia? Mr. Gallade, we know he's been in Arcasia many a times because it's been documented. But what would you think if I told you he's been making hidden flights to the country? He was hiding his flights to Arcasia. He was. He was spotted in a hotel in Arcasia last year where they held a conference on economic development in volatile regions. Right around that time, he started to influence the masses into believing that our constitution is the reason for everything bad. His trip was not documented, nor was he an official guest of the conference. We believe that he had a meeting with President Walker behind closed doors. Yeah, are they secret communists or secret capitalists? Exactly. I also have more photos of him that were taken in Arcasia in different cities. One from a couple months back. Again, none of it's documented. He also attended another event in Lesbia last week. The Arcasian Minister of Foreign Affairs was there too. How did you find out about this? Many soulless are already following his leads for quite some time, Mr. President. I cannot give away their identities, but I can give you the evidence. He handed me a small file. It contained official documents from the Swordlish border guard with highlighted dates that showed no trace of Franz Richter's name. There were clear photos of him that were taken in the conference in Arcasia, as well as remarks by lesbian Arcasian citizens who claimed to have seen him with Arcasian businessmen around the same dates. There was also an official transcript of one of his speeches where he claimed to be in Benfi on the date of the conference in Arcasia, where he was spotted. Lucian skimmed through the documents with skepticism, which slowly turned to surprise. These seem to be real. Of course they're real, Mr. Gallade. These seem to suggest that Arcasia is behind the reformists. The demands will only benefit Arcasia. They want us to have a weak administration while we face all these threats. This is clearly a plot against Swordland. I bet Rumberg is part of their plan too. It cannot be a coincidence that they're weaponizing our minorities around us against us at the same time. Now you understand our reasons for our current stance. And also our suspicions about your advisors, who clearly have not given you this vital information. Lucian gave him a sharp look. We appreciate the information, Mr. Hawker, but I advise against jumping to conclusions right away. We still need to check the information. There's not much to think or check. This is clearly an emergency. In such cases, the Constitution gives the President the right to use his emergency powers. If we work together, you can be sure that the Supreme Court will not block your declaration of emergency. You want me to declare an emergency? Of course. We cannot wait for these processes of the Assembly to take care of these issues. You must exercise your presidential powers for a fast and effective solution. Which means you might need to suspend parts of the Constitution to give more authority to security forces to deal with these issues. We must officially investigate Mr. Richter as well. You can devise a strong security degree if you base it on Articles 57 and 58, which give the President the right to suspend parts of the Constitution to deal with national security threats. Yeah, this went from 0 to 100 a second. He's like, so we need you to declare an emergency situation based on all these hypotheticals, and information that we haven't actually verified yet. Let's go. Sir, I think that's going a bit too far. We shouldn't escalate things so fast. Mr. President, why don't we talk in private, just the two of us? We can devise a plan together. I know how we can use the Constitution to our advantage. It would be more effective if Mr. Gillade and Mr. Grouchy leave the room before we discuss it. Sir, I advise against it. He's being too pushy. I don't like Orso's pushiness. I think I've got to do my reforms. Like, I'm sorry. I can't just be based on paranoia. I can't. I'm the one running the country. You may be a president, but we won't give you the rank of a master. Yeah, aren't I the one running this country, not you also? I actually want to, I want to, yeah, I need, yeah, slow your roll there, Judge Palpatine. He does think there's an emergency. I do, I understand, but... I just think... Yeah, he's overstepping. He's like literally trying to install me as his puppet now, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, look, there might be an emergency, surely, but I think it's something that I need to plan by myself. Unfortunately, I don't need him to... It's weird that he's upset you want to change the Constitution when he wants you to ignore it. Yes, now he's also like, yeah, I think it's a bit too dramatic. Regardless of our situation, I'll be proceeding with the reforms. Even though you're aware of our national security threats? You're making a big mistake, Mr. President. I will not allow you to succeed. Gentlemen, I think it's about time to end this meeting. Well, thank you for having us, Mr. President. Have a good evening. They both left the room without saying anything else. That was not good. They clearly tried to threaten you. We need to take care of them. Send the assassins. We have to make sure our reforms will pass the court. Also, we'll be doing whatever it takes to damage you. We need to be careful. There's still many old guard sympathizers in our party. We can't let them divide our party. And he will definitely try. After a sort of evaluation of the situation in our hands, Lucian left me in the presidential office. It was obvious that the old guards would be my main rivals in the near future. God damn it! Can it just be easy? Hawker in Maroon Palace? Chief Justice also Hawker has been spotted entering the Maroon Palace. Our sources are intrigued by the timing of this visit, that is happening right after the increased conversations around the so-called democratic reform. Historically, Mr. Hawker doesn't usually frequent the palace unless for official business, and this was certainly an unplanned visit. Clearly there must be something he wants out of this. Our speculation is that this has something to do with reforms. More to come on this later. Continue. Trials of Democracy. Oh goodness. Alright. I'm going to... I feel like, I feel like I should stop it there for today, because that feels like a checkpoint. Yeah, this is a new section, so... I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it was like, that was... I got your wedding. No, it's a birthday! Probably a good idea, yeah. Just a small 5 more hours. Just 5 more hours. Game Dockle. Not here anymore, apparently. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go into the old chair. Guys, SUZERAIN is so much reading. Yeah, I did start early, so it's been about 2 hours, which is probably my minimum stream time, but I'm so tired. I'm so looking forward to that nap later. Maybe I'm gonna have a shower and hopefully that wakes me up. I did make quite a few decisions. Do you think I made the right decision with the Chief Justice? He was trying too hard to be like, I know better than you and you're an idiot and I have to explain it to you and I'm actually the one running the country, not you. It was I don't like it. I don't like it. It wasn't good. I know I'm little. Yeah, I think like if unless I just completely went along with his demands, I think he'd be against me. So I'm elected to lead, not to read. Look, it seems scary going against them, but I think I had to. I just had to. I dare say he's kind of a jerk. Yeah, I think he wanted to install me as a little political puppet for him, but I'm not doing that. All right. Let's keep the party going. Maybe I can send you to Anya because it's her but like I'll send you from one birthday party to another. Hold on. Where did the idea of it being a wedding come from? It's literally a birthday party. Oh no. And then yeah, it's the last day of Miss Anya's birthday subathon, so I'm sending you there. All right. Stop it! I do. All right, thanks. Who's getting married? Thank you, villagers, for coming along. Good tidings, everyone. It's been a wonderful honor and a pleasure to play some SUZERAIN with you this morning, despite being very, very tired. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave now. Fare thee well. So until we next meet again, this has been your captain, Wilhelmina Frost of the Stellian Royal Guard, legendary knight of phaseconnect's newest generation, Phase Saga. No matter where you are in the world, I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, or perhaps even a good night.